So we got carried away and forgot to check the time and recorded 2 episodes.
There we go.
All right, and
here's episode 2. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy the second
as we
episode,
continue
guys.
from the other conversation, but just decided to split it in 2
because
this
it would be way too
first
long.
two-parter.
Are you gonna segue into drugs?
No.
You know what really degrades dopamine? Cocaine. That shit's good.
That was the sketchiest way to say that. No, I was trying to make it sound like that.
Antidepressants. That's a lot of dopamine.
Wait, tell us about it.
I was gonna say
delicious
amino
food.
acids.
Amino acids.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this amino
Specifically,
acids.
oh no.
This
I think I'm
amino
forgetting
Tyrosine?
names now.
Did you say
Tyrosine.
in the group chat you said tyrosine?
Yeah.
I don't know that's legitimately true because
That was
they
just a little joke. It wasn't meant to turn into anything.
Okay.
because they made the same argument with the amino acid that's really prominent in turkey, and trying to say that eating a turkey gets you tired because the amino acids within the turkey are used to create melatonin.
Oh yeah, the melatonin thing.
Yeah, but that's false. Because even though it can create melatonin, doesn't mean that it will. I don't think there's. I mean, maybe there is scientific proof.
Oh no, well the tyrosine at 100%.
You just pulled that out of your
There may
mouth.
have been.
He
some
literally
proof. Yeah.
did it today, though.
Wait, is there proof?
Yeah,
The proof is
I tried
him.
it. I took some tyrosine to see what would happen.
Okay, that's anecdotal.
Yeah, we can
How about
test
we
it
all
out.
try it, and if every single one
A
of us
sample
feels
size
it,
of 6 isn't good enough, especially because now we have placebo effect coming into
when
it.
we do it multiple times,
We still have the placebo effect. 6 is not enough.
how about
to
we
make it
introduce it
double
to someone
blind.
without telling them about it? Make
Double
it a blind
blind,
test.
but that's when the placebo effect is strongest.
We don't know. No one knows whether they're getting a. What is it?
Whether they're getting it or not.
Because like you just hand
Yeah.
out pills and
You give them a sugar pill, but then the
Sugar
sugar
pill,
pill is the placebo.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But then the effect doesn't change. Because
Either
usually
way,
you have
I
your
think they
control,
might be.
which is the
Right.
placebo, and then you have your legitimate one, and you also have a negative control, which... So you have one that has like a lot of it, one that has medium of it, and one that has none of it. And you're trying to see if there's a difference between all 3.
If it's on the shelves of a pharmacy, it's likely they've tested it with thousands of people and it doesn't have a consistent effect. Especially not one that makes you
Yeah,
high.
if you can get it over the counter...
It's not going to be a dangerous drug.
Oh, yeah.
It's highly unlikely it's actually like addictive.
I mean,
and it
it's
releases a lot
literally
of-
just an amino acid.
Exactly.
That's what proteins are made from.
But like the thing he was saying is that your body breaks it down and it converts it to dopamine.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you find science?
Yeah. No, it's documented. It's just it's some enzyme. I can't remember the names, but the enzyme converts it into dopamine.
I mean, logistically, would like overloading your body with dopamine on a regular basis be unhealthy for you?
Yeah, that's called schizophrenia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
really?
Yeah. Schizophrenia is due to, or at least believed to be due to high dopamine levels.
Aren't most extreme mental conditions due to a major imbalance in brain chemicals?
Yes.
Yeah, I know schizophrenia comes
More
from
you
dopamine.
know.
What is, there's some other ones.
How about
that are really
serotonin?
bad.
What if there was too much serotonin?
That's one of the things that's really.
I want to
fucking
get the
know.
reading rainbow
Reading
sound
rainbow.
effect. Yeah.
The
Reading
more
rainbow.
you know.
You could have a whole segment.
Just edit
on
that
reading
in
rainbow.
right now.
Yeah, let me just.
Or is it
that
the-
up real quick.
How does that go? The more you know. Is it
No, you're doing it wrong.
Did they
It's
say it?
the more you know. Like it's like.
So did I sing it right the first time?
I think so.
But it's like really distorted and like VHS recorded. And shit. It's a trademark sound at this point.
Yeah. It's been
Like
Um,
with the star and the rainbow
Yeah,
going
yeah.
across the sky.
Yeah.
it's been compressed to high hell at this point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Somebody just like it's VHS tape, so somebody recorded it digitally and therefore like compressed the audio to hell.
Yeah.
And it's already compressed because it's on a VHS tape.
And it keeps getting worse over time. I mean, eventually, don't like
MPEG rot.
MPEG. Yeah, exactly.
The more you convert a video, the less fidelity it has.
I mean, over time, do you think videos like on YouTube or on the internet are just gonna like start?
No. That's not what I was saying at all.
No, because Colin.
Videos are just gonna rot like fruit.
Because look,
Oh, this video been on the
It's a
shelf
raisin.
too long. We gotta get it out.
they're on a hard drive somewhere, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, that hard drive eventually is going to have to be replaced with a new hard drive, and it's going to have to be moved on to a new hard drive, right? They can't just be
Not
there
exactly.
forever. Like,
It could
even
be in
the
the
best
cloud.
hard drives can't exist forever.
No, they're all stored. First of all, they're stored in RAID, so they have redundancy copies, dozens of them that are identical. And secondly, they're stored in a cloud server, which is essentially a big collection of servers that work together. So they're not specifically on one hard drive
But, like,
at any given point.
what I'm trying to say is, like, in a million years, like, let's say we skipped ahead a million years. Do you think the YouTube videos that exist now?
We're not gonna be alive. in
I'm not-
a million
I'm not
years.
saying we're gonna
climate
be-
change. Hello.
Look, okay, let's say they want to know about what
If
our lives were like
we
right now.
skipped ahead any meaningful amount of time to the point where we would start to have digital data loss, then we'd be dead. Or the data would be completely useless to us.
Because we probably
But,
made it again.
but the thing is,
It'd be a
data
whole new
does
generation.
the data does start, like, deteriorating eventually at a certain point, right?
Yeah, you can't keep the same data forever, but it's gonna be millions of years.
It's kind of like the equivalent of saying, like, you know, if I write it on this piece of paper and then I laminate it, eventually it will, like,
Oh, it definitely will.
Deteriorate.
Though. That's going to be way faster than regular.
right. But it's kind of the equivalent of being like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a good metaphor. Yeah,
even if you try and make something really, really durable, technically everything eventually, like,
How about
begins
diamonds?
to deteriorate.
That's the cycle of life.
Do diamonds break down?
Yes, actually. Oh, cool fact. Actually, all diamonds are slowly coming back into graphite because diamonds are the state that they're produced under high temperature and heat, but carbon's natural state is charcoal and graphite. So it's slowly turning back into charcoal as you wear it.
Okay.
So every diamond is a diamond, but only for a certain amount of time. It's
So-
just the change into charcoal is happening very slowly.
Literally, the
Isn't that
saying
cool?
"nothing lasts forever" is absolutely true in all cases.
yeah.
Except
Literally
that
nothing.
the statement itself is going to last forever.
Even that statement is probably going to get changed.
It'll probably
Nothing
be
lasts
changed to,
forever
like, glorbity
except for
dorky.
that statement, because that statement will always remain true.
I
No,
guess.
but the
well,
statement
that statement
itself
will
won't go
always
away.
stay true. So you're right. That
Yeah.
statement will
Yeah,
never
but so
be
will
untrue.
the statement, like, you know.
The statement's meaning lasts forever.
Yeah, but the
Exactly.
meaning of something lasting forever isn't the same as something itself. That's
Nothing
a meaning.
physical lasts forever.
Actually,
Right.
no, because
Okay, what if
humans
you get
put
down to,
meaning
like-
in something, right? But if humans don't exist, you can't have meaning in that statement anymore.
You can still have meaning
Therefore, that
without
statement
humans.
has no meaning because there's no one to process that meaning.
There
if
could be
all
other
life
people.
didn't it cease to exist, meaning would cease to exist because we create meaning. Therefore, that statement can stop meaning to exist.
Okay, well, we've hit the third.
What?
Let's not talk about this subject.
Wait.
We hit like 3 different.
No.
let's not talk.
Okay,
we
I
went
know- I understand
super
that, like,
fucking
diamonds
meta.
and shit. They go back to their normal state, so they're constantly changing and nothing lasts forever. But what if we go down like deeper? If we go down to like not just their protons and electrons, but even into it like quarks and shit, things that make up atoms and make up the universe.
Energy
Do those
lasts
things?
forever.
Yeah. Do those things never?
But does it? Because,
It
like,
does.
let's think
Okay,
about
but
it, right?
energy
You
isn't.
cannot
You
destroy
don't
energy.
have energy as a quantity. though.
Because in
Quantity's kinda
theory, there was nothing. Well, the leading theory
energy
that there
is
was,
a
like,
quantity.
nothing
like, well, it's
in the universe. There was no
it's
universe.
the tendency of particles to move. So it's kind of
Right, but
we
It's
can't
still-
necessarily.
it's still something that always exists. If
Yeah.
particles are moving, energy is existing.
But did
as
the
far as we understand.
Yeah,
Asterisk citation needed.
citation.
I mean, I understand that that's our
Um,
current physical understanding of this universe, but it's definitely not right. Let's face
I'm
it.
a leaf.
nothing
Yeah.
is 100% accurate. That should be another saying that's basically always true. Nothing is 100%.
because nothing can be 100% proven.
Well, no, it's that you can't prove a negative. So prove that no energy can be destroyed. It's like, good luck. You have
Which
to check
is-
the whole universe out.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the devil's proof. Oh, I love that.
Which
concept.
actually, I hate it when people use arguments like that because they're just You can make that argument about anything, therefore they can shut down any
It's
argument.
the one with like the thing with the baby where they're like, oh, prove to me that baby did not just shoot 3 people. And then you're like, well, the baby can't hold the gun or shoot it. And you're like, oh, but you can't prove that he didn't.
Exactly. And
What?
at that point,
Exactly.
arguing becomes pointless,
What?
right?
It's a baby, but if no one saw what happened in that room and 3 people are dead and the gun is on the floor and they don't find any fingerprints and they can't lead it back to anyone, you can't obviously you could, because it's a fucking baby.
Yeah.
But one could argue that since no one saw what happened in that room,
There's no way to prove.
there's no way to
disprove it.
100% prove that baby did not pick up the gun and accidentally shoot all 3 people.
I
Which
feel
is-
like you could just.
But you
It's
could.
not-
Schrodinger's
person-
baby.
I feel like you could prove that the person who's accusing the baby of that is just an idiot. It's like
Well, yeah, obviously,
the
but
baby can't.
it's like the idea of 100% because you don't have 100% proof that the baby didn't. Like, obviously, the baby didn't.
I feel like that's a bad example.
A better example is you can list so many different ways. You can list so many different ways as to like how our universe was created or why our universe exists, right?
That's a better example.
Right? But you can also just look at the facts, right? But the thing is, you have so many different theories that are a possibility, such as our universe just being a simulation. That is a possibility. Therefore, it is never
Yeah, but-
a 100% possibility that like our current
Yeah.
understanding of the universe is true.
So why does my
But-
baby example not work?
Because your baby-
Because there are different ways of proving.
No, the
for
baby
that.
example doesn't work because the baby example is the idea
What?
that you can't.
Prove
In
it.
theory, you could prove that the baby could not have possibly done it if given all of the facts of how babies act, why babies act, what they are capable of doing. There's
Physically.
technically a physical way to prove that the baby didn't do it, but there's no way to prove that every molecule, like that energy can't be destroyed, because you would have to check every piece of energy.
Well, no, because you can't 100%. There's always a small probability that baby picked up the gun by accident and accidentally clicked the trigger 3 times.
And the baby also
Right, but there's
had
also-
some sort of superhuman spurt of energy that normal babies don't
you
have.
can't assume.
Right, but you could in a like
It's
that's
the same notion.
You
where
can't you can't
even
be
with
100% certain
the
of
facts
everything. He's right.
presented.
you can't be
can't
100%,
100%.
but that's just true for anything.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
what I was trying to
That
prove.
was the point, right?
That was
But
what was
you
my
could
proof
also
was.
say that when there's no dead bodies anywhere, that the baby killed 3 people. I think the thing didn't make sense because it lined up like the baby actually had shot the people.
Well, no, I was just trying to prove that
All
there's
right.
100% probability
Guys,
of
look,
everything.
we proved it.
Thank
you proved it. I
Thank
proved
you.
it. We all
But not
proved it.
100% though.
Are we happy now?
Not 100% though.
You can't be sure of anything. All right, happy?
I choose to believe
I'm
it.
sure we can move on.
That the baby shot the people?
Yeah.
I think so too. Look at those babies' hands. They're covered in blood. He did
Yeah,
it joyfully.
There's an episode of The Simpsons about this.
Really?
It's famous. Yeah. It's
Oh yeah,
called
Maggie.
Who Shot Mr. Burns, and it ends up being Maggie.
The
Really?
baby.
Yeah, the baby.
No, it's tragic.
That's wild. You see? Told
And
you.
it's like a complete and total accident.
Completely
And it's
possible.
also a 2-part series.
Like a
And also,
2-part episode?
Mr. Burns is perfectly alive in the next episode.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just Simpsons.
I watched
There's a
these.
lot of weird shit that
was
goes
good.
on in The Simpsons.
Look, The Simpsons is another show that went on far
Didn't
too
the
long.
movie end with like a
It's
giant
fine.
explosion
Disagree.
killing
I love
everyone?
that show and every fucking episode of it.
I love The Simpsons, but there's a point in like season like 20, like 1 or something, where it's like
Where you stopped watching because you're not a child anymore and you don't enjoy it as much.
it's not a child
Me
show
too.
though. It's not a show for kids. That wasn't the idea of The Simpsons.
But kids still watched it.
Kids still watched it, but my dad watched Simpsons until he was like 41, but
Because
then
you were
stopped
watching it.
because it was like, no, he watched it on his own. He liked The Simpsons, but it was more of a matter of at a certain point, The Simpsons just kind of got worse.
Well, yeah, the writers.
Because there was way too much, like something, as if something goes on indefinitely, eventually it will become bad.
Okay, but I can sit down and watch any episode of The Simpsons and enjoy it.
That's
It's
fair.
not
You can
bad.
still enjoy
It's
it.
just
It's
not
just
as good.
significantly worse than it
And I
used
feel
to
like
be.
a lot of your as good there is related to the nostalgia value.
I don't know. I think if I watch an episode I've never seen of old Simpsons, then watch an episode, I have seen or not seen of new Simpsons, I'd be able to like. One of them would seem better than the other, depending on the episode, of course.
Yeah, I'm on the side a bit with that one. Just like there is actually, I hate to just defer this, but there's a really good YouTube video that picks apart the humor of more recent Simpsons, so like the first 6 seasons, and it actually like goes into the structure of the jokes and just how they're a lot more complex in the past. It actually is like it's night and day.
Well, the thing is with any show, right? Once you reach a certain point where you've been doing it for so long, right? You've built up such a fan base that you really, first of all, you start running out of stuff to do. Second of all, you sort of like stop caring, right? You don't have that original spark of like fresh, original kind of like motivation. Like even Rick and Morty has sort of like gone that way, where like the first season was brilliant.
I think that's a bit premature.
Look at the third season, okay, and compare it to the first season, right? They've
that's just a dry concept.
They've recognized themselves as a meme, and they've turned the entire show into a meme show, and it wasn't good.
I thought you liked season 3. I mean, I agree. This is 100%. I agree 100%.
I didn't think the third season was very good.
Post season 2, season 3 was just them being like, yo, we're so memeable, let's just be even more memeable.
Look,
then they like threw whatever character development they had like made throughout season 1 and season 2 with like Rick and Morty. And they're like, oh, you think Rick is complex? Just kidding, he did it all for the Szechuan sauce. Another 8 seasons. Whoa!
But the thing is, I think Rick and Morty is a bad example for The Simpsons. The Simpsons is just like, I feel like the creators had a passion for it and they sort of started losing it over time.
The Simpsons is one of the longest running shows like ever.
Yeah.
Simpsons is almost on season like fucking 30.
They're still going.
They're past 30? Okay, so never
30 at the very least.
Okay.
Last time I
but
checked.
what I'm trying to say is that that's a way longer time scope than other shows. Like most shows you would say if they stayed good for like 10 seasons, you would say that show was always good. Even if the last season sucked, you would probably say, yo, the rest of that show for the whole 10 seasons it was on, even if the last season was worse, if it only was 10 seasons and one of them was bad, you say it never really fell off. The Simpsons just hit a point where there was so damn much that now that it's still going, there's like enough of like The Simpsons that isn't quite as good, as well as The Simpsons that was really good, that like they're almost the same size just because of how much longer it went.
It has 662 episodes, and it's on its 31st season.
31st season of Simpsons.
It's gigantic.
I mean,
That's
I never really
massive.
bothered really watching too
To be
much
fair, that's kind
Simpsons.
of like an anime though. 662 episodes. There are animes that have like that many episodes.
But anime episodes, aren't they shorter? Wait, no, they're around the same length.
Same length.
But the thing is, anime...
Like Dragon Ball still
Anybody
kicking.
who watches anime will tell you that 90% of that's filler, and they've watched it just for like the occasional plot episode.
I mean, it
Oh,
depends on the anime.
Well,
I'm talking 600 episode
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
Isn't like
Most-
It's
Naruto like
fucking
all
They're
filler?
not writing
Most
story.
of it is filler, yeah. They just
Yeah,
throw
but
in random
Simpsons
nonsense
isn't
in there
stories
because of the
either.
fact that they
It's
need to
individual
have
bits.
time to make
Every single
actual.
one has an arc.
Well, every
They're
single
all stories.
individual
Or
episode.
multiple arcs. They often split them into 3 sections, like mini story episodes.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the anime?
I'm
or is
talking
this-
about Simpsons right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Anime, they have.
I would argue that the Simpsons writers put more work into writing their show than a 600 episode anime does, because
Probably, yeah.
they can't just do a filler episode in an American comedy environment.
Well,
Yeah.
those
I think that's
I mean,
fair.
Steven Universe has a crap ton of them. So does Adventure Time. Filler episodes, I think, is mostly just not really like they need time to animate stuff, which is why they have them. It's just especially with like anime, the big reason they do it is because a lot of the time they catch up with the source material. So like with Naruto, as they were doing it, they would catch up. So they're like, here's a whole bunch of filler episodes so that people would still keep watching, and then it wouldn't change the plot. Like,
How do
overall
people have the
plot.
patience to watch all these filler episodes? That's my question.
They
Like, I've
don't
seen-
usually. Most people back out because of the fillers.
There's lists dedicated to those long animes that just say these are the plot episodes. Adventure Time does that, right?
Yeah, Adventure Time does
You
that
can
too.
just watch like episodes 2, 3, 6, 5.
And then I think Adventure Time just has a whole bunch of filler episodes because the plot was never really concrete. You know, it was kind of just Rebecca Sugar doing her thing, and she wasn't really the lead writer. She would just write certain episodes.
Not that Adventure Time's a long show. It just I specifically remember that as an example.
Yeah, but it does have them. I mean, it has a lot of long. Like, it's a lot. The episodes are really short, but like the episodes are a lot. You know, there's like 9 seasons, I think, something crazy.
On what?
Adventure Time.
I thought Adventure.
It's,
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like
way
the
longer than I
episodes
thought
are
it
only
was.
like 11 minutes long,
That's why there's a list of episodes.
but there's a lot of episodes.
I think the best idea, if you're running a show and you've reached like 10 seasons and it's still going well, I think you might as well just cut it off there.
Stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a lot of the time,
And
you
be
don't
like,
have
hey,
these
it was a
things.
good run. We had great 10 seasons. Nobody's ever going to complain about a single season because we had a great show. And that's just it. We can maybe start a new show.
I think
be
you get
fair.
more respect that way too. Like
Exactly.
Gravity Falls will always have a lot of respect for me because even though they could have capitalized on that shit for way longer,
I was so disappointed. I want to see more Gravity
you
Falls.
wanted to see more, yeah, but that's
So-
because it was so good, and the writer told the story he wanted to tell, so then he just ended it at season 2.
See,
I mostly want to see the development of the rich girl. Because
I love
knew
her.
that character would have developed more interesting, but they just pushed her aside. Because
Well,
they ended
the
show.
moment she had with freaking Dipper in that mansion was so fucking cute. And yeah, for sure, I agree. She
Perfect,
needed more
yeah.
screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I don't remember.
Pacifica.
Pacifica, yeah.
Pacifica. Yeah.
Pacifica
Ah, what a
Northwest.
woman.
Yeah.
She deserved
Definitely.
more.
It's a fantastic show. If anyone out there hasn't seen the show, you definitely
Gravity
got to watch
Falls?
it. Yeah.
I have not seen.
Just
Gravity Falls.
watch all the Pacifica
You have to
episodes.
watch it.
It's my cartoon waifu.
There's only 2 seasons.
She's like 10.
Yeah, that's a
That's
bad
messed up,
call.
bro.
That's a bad
You
call.
do not say that on the
Wait
internet.
for her.
Wait, no,
That's
were
still a
they
bad
were going
call.
into middle school. They were all going to
That's
middle
some
school.
ally shit right there. It's not good.
What?
Nobody's going to get that reference.
There's like
Just
one
see what
person
I
that
just
gets the
said.
reference. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think waifus.
What waifu would
So
all of
more-
you guys have?
Yeah, no, there's no getting around.
Any video
Yeah,
game
I
waifus
can't.
specifically? Video game waifus?
Are you asking me if
All
I
of
was a
us.
video game?
All
Okay,
of
how about
us
we
who
take
are-
turns? We start with
I'd
Matt
rather-
with video game
I need to
waifus.
think about this first.
Okay, how about we start with Sam?
I don't know.
You're the one who brought the question up,
Look,
dude.
but there are a lot of strong female video game characters that I would.
What's the girl's name from Mirror's Edge?
I have no.
For me, I think it's Lara Croft.
Ah, basic.
That's the most
But no, the
Basic
new
thing
Lara
I've
Croft, not the old Lara
It doesn't
Croft.
matter. It's still basic.
Yeah.
It's still the most basic thing we've ever heard.
What?
Look, I gotta give my love to Zelda, and I gotta give my love to
Do a
Peach.
commercial break?
I adore both of them, but I think the character that makes
Yeah.
me go yas the most is probably
Yeah.
Aqua from
definitely.
Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
I gotta say that woman's got everything I want. She's got acrobatics. She's got strength. She's got loyalty. She's got beauty. She's got grace. She's Miss United States. What more could you want?
Amen.
Is this still Mirror's Edge?
Oh, no. Oh, fuck, but there's also Azura from Fire Emblem. Oh, shit. There's too many girls I like.
That's
There's too many.
This is a difficult.
Okay, while everyone thinks, it's time to mention our proud sponsors.
Oh,
Liam, would you like to talk a little bit about our sponsors today?
okay. We got one sponsor.
Our one sponsor.
And it's not really a sponsor. It's more of a partnership. But basically, me and my girlfriend have a food blog, and it's called Savor Ottawa, and we're just starting it. But it's basically gonna go over a lot of the restaurants in Ottawa because we eat out a lot, and we're hoping to capitalize on the fact that we like to eat out a lot. But it's called Savor Ottawa. So if you live in Ottawa, because we're not gonna travel for the food blog, that's not the idea. But if you do live in Ottawa,
Or you're visiting Ottawa.
or you're visiting Ottawa, you can look at it and see like what should I eat, because sometimes it's hard to figure out what to eat. Yeah, that's just like small little tidbit in there, but I don't want to like go on too much further.
And the blog's going to be up soon. And
Soon, yeah.
you guys are just going to talk about food, right?
Well, it's not as talk. Yeah, it's not just talking about. We're more gonna make like a little like lists with like what we think places you should go.
Ranking them with
Certain ranking, but also like we want to like talk about some underrepresented places, especially if you guys live in Ottawa. There's this place, Elgin Street. It is like there's a ton of businesses in Elgin Street getting shut down because they've been doing construction there for like a year. Now you can still access all of them, but the whole road has been dug up for like 6 months at least, and it's just I've seen like a few businesses go out of like a few places go out of business, and we want to like go to some of those places and be like, look, their food is good, because like there is a lot of really good places in Elgin that just don't get business because the street is ripped up.
All right, thank you very much for the partnership. Little
Link
call
in the
out.
description.
That's pretty. Yeah.
The link is going to be in the description when
To
it's
your blog.
when it's up. Yeah.
I feel bad. That kind of sucks for those businesses.
It's just capitalism.
It's
Yeah.
Competition. That's how it works.
Road, shut it down.
But the thing is, it's not capitalism. It's
not.
the government
It's the government.
screwing them over.
Screwing
Yeah.
them over.
But
Listen,
at the end of the day, if they
listen,
can't get the things they need, the government's not going to aid them.
It's not about aid. The government broke the road for a year
Yeah.
that they happen to have already been on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
There's so much.
Probably
Daisy
without.
is B tier.
What?
Daisy is B tier on the
She's a
waifu tier
B
list.
tier waifu.
Obviously.
Tier
Why would
list.
she be anywhere near A?
I think they're trying to say, why isn't she?
That's too high.
Yeah.
Where is Peach on
Oh
this?
man, I don't know.
I
I think we
think
just
she's
lost like
directly
one
beside
Daisy
Daisy.
fan.
No,
that
no,
just
no,
is
no.
like,
No, that's
You
not like
see, because
porn
Peach
Peach,
can
yeah.
cook.
Oh, that is Peach.
She
What?
can
Oh.
bake. Daisy can't. What does Daisy do? Just be annoyingly loud.
She's above Peach.
No, I think maybe they're all just sort of mishmashed into B.
If that's how tier lists work. You go
Some,
like the top.
Sometimes.
It
Sometimes.
I feel like
depends.
this
Some
list
are
is way
unordered,
too
some
big
are
to
ordered.
be-
Oh my god, there's tons of them.
Oh my god.
Apparently, people do a lot of video game waifu tier lists.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean,
who
there's
would
a
have
lot
thought?
of video game
Who would've
licenses.
thought?
I didn't think very many people would bother, but
I
they
feel
bothered.
like a lot of people do
Hey,
bother.
Rule number. What rule was that?
It's 34.
No, 43. Yeah.
30, no.
34 is
the
if
one,
there's
the one that says that everything's on the internet. If you
Oh, that's
learn.
43.
Yeah,
That's 43, which again,
Rule 43.
redundant for 34.
I knew there would be a couple, but this
No, but
is-
you
Insane.
you
See,
rule
this is more
34.
accurate. This is more
Come on,
accurate.
she's
What
not-
did they rate as S? For the most part.
I've only looked at 2 lists. This one doesn't have it. Oh, I guess top
Hey.
tier would be S.
Lucina?
Look at that. No.
New Laura Croft.
You're right, no.
Laura Croft. I told you guys, new Laura Croft is awesome.
Kojima's waifu, I forget her name.
What's her name?
Ghost or something? It's not Ghost. It's definitely not. What is it?
Ghost in the Shell?
Silence? Oh.
Quiet.
Quiet.
from
Quiet,
MGS5.
that's her name, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid.
What's her? No, she's from, is that Yennefer from Witcher?
Don't
Yeah.
recognize
I mean,
It's
I would.
Yennefer.
Yennefer from Witcher is definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
awesome.
great.
This
Wait,
is-
she's the black haired one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
By the way, if I was going to pick one, I'd probably have to agree with you on Zelda,
She's just so fucking
but
cute.
not specifically Zelda.
Which one?
Chic.
Tetra
Okay.
was dope.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, she was dope.
That was like the one I played the most. Was
Out
Wind
of
Waker.
most of the Zeldas,
She was the most badass.
I think that the most waifu Zelda is either Tetra or Skyward Sword Zelda, because she had the most development
she had the bird.
with Link.
Okay. And how about movie character waifus?
Oh, we
Oh
didn't
my
finish
God.
video games.
Yeah,
Actually,
we haven't
now
even gone
I've-
through the list.
Well, you guys
I
were looking
feel
at a
like
tier
I
list.
don't need
Now that I
waifus.
have
I was getting
so-
ideas. I was
Okay.
getting ideas. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay,
now
let's-
I want
I don't
to hear.
need a video game
Sam,
wife.
who do you think you're one?
He already did. He
I
already
gave out
talked
like
about it.
5 of them.
I also
Too
talked
many.
about mine.
You said
Liam
Laura.
also talked about his.
Liam, who did you say?
Zelda.
Zelda.
No, specifically Tetra
Tetra.
from
Okay.
Wind
Colin,
Waker.
who's your wife?
How about
She was
Colin?
bad.
Video game wife.
Who's your video game waifu, Colin?
I gotta figure out what her name is.
Who is the girl
The
from
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you,
That
Justin?
lead girl that dresses in all the cool red shit and jumps around on
Yeah.
roofs. I want to be her.
Don't just want to be with her. I want to become her.
Okay. How about you, Justin?
There's a lot of stuff to choose from, but I was just looking through and it's like, it's got to be a Resident Evil girl. Has to be. I think Ada Wong.
Okay, yeah.
That's reasonable.
Has anyone? Am I the only one who's like sort of played through?
I've watched
Resident Evil?
gameplay.
I've seen
Not a
a
whole
lot
lot.
of people play them. I get really freaked out in anything horror movie, so I can't play it myself, but I watch people play them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So in those games, it's like the characters are cool in some games, but then sometimes you have a game where this character is just a lame loser for whatever reason.
AKA the mayor's daughter in Resident Evil 2.
But she only had one appearance.
Yeah. Oh, do they return?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Like,
Chris
a
is
lot of
always-
characters show up all the time.
And Jill.
Yeah, and so like Leon's really cool in Resident Evil 4, and then in Resident Evil 6, he's a lot more quieter. And he's not even the same character, but Ada Wong's consistently cool. So.
All right, how about you, Matt? Who do you think you're?
I've given a lot of thought. And like for my childhood, and like the female character that was most prominent for my childhood was Cortana from Halo. And
Okay,
I just remember from
That's
Halo.
fair.
It's
like,
respectable.
it was
That was
so
the same
cool.
reason for Tetra. I played
Yeah.
so much Wind Waker.
You can speak
So.
to her on any Windows PC.
See, she's always got your back. I don't know. I
Did they
remember
hire
playing
the same
Rebel
voice
with her.
actress to do her?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I just
I
remember.
like that.
I remember basically growing up with her because every time I'd be like, "I'm Master Chief," and they'll be like, "All right," Cortana's like, "Do this," and I'm like, "Okay, I got you."
Okay, I did
She's got
not
your
know
back.
this. Cortana was a character in a video game.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
That is
Wait,
the coolest shit
You
ever.
didn't know that?
Dude,
Bruh.
she's like,
Yo, I never played Halo. Don't fucking.
Okay, neither
blame me
have
for this
I,
shit.
but I fucking know this.
Cortana's
I never had
like
an
the shit,
Xbox.
man.
I never had an Xbox, man, but I know who the fuck
I don't-
Cortana is.
Also, Halo's on PC, so now what?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Halo's on PC this year. and
No, Halo Combat Evolved 2002 or
Yeah,
something.
dude, that was
PC.
the
I played
first
it on
Halo.
PC.
I played that game on PC too.
Look,
Yeah.
all right.
That was the shit,
But
man.
that doesn't-
I played it
Good
in-
times.
I'm pretty sure that Windows like says that. Like one of those like little factoids that pop up on the login screens. Like sometimes Cortana is like, "Hey, I'm from Halo originally." I don't know if I got that right, but
Okay,
I think I saw it
Did
once.
she say all that
Close
too?
enough.
I
or-
think I saw it once.
I'm
Also,
sure.
my wife, whose name was apparently Faith. I just wanted to get that in there.
Okay.
Space?
Look, I want some support from our viewers. If you didn't know that Cortana was from Halo, please leave a comment and support
Okay, well, a
me
lot of
because
them
I don't
may
want to
not
be
play
alone.
Video
No,
games, but you
Zero
legitimately
comments.
play video games.
Look, okay, but I didn't play Halo.
Okay,
Doesn't
neither did
matter,
I.
but
Like
how
I'm
would you
saying,
not know?
I never
had
watched
an
Halo
Xbox.
gameplay.
That's-
Neither have I.
None of my friends ever played Halo
Dude,
Bullshit.
until this point, but you never talk about Halo.
There's no way
What do you
that
mean
none of
I never
your
talked about
friends.
Halo?
I did not have
No,
Halo playing
it's
friends.
like-
Way
It's
too big for
amazing.
you to say that not a single friend of yours never
Okay,
played
not a
Halo.
single friend of mine ever talked to me about anything in Halo. Okay,
all right.
a
There's
Halo
a lot of
discussion.
shit I gotta tell
Okay,
you, man. It was
okay,
a good
look.
fucking
My
game.
point is, things like this happen
It's
where
kind of like saying
you
that
happen
you
to
didn't
live
know
your
Mario
life.
wasn't a Smash Bros.
You
character. Like, wasn't a Mario character.
But
it was
I
just
played
in
that
Smash
game.
Bros.
That's true.
And I played Mario. That's the thing, right? I just happened to live my entire life without being informed of this fact. I don't know why that's so unbelievable to you guys, because I'm sure you guys know a whole bunch of things.
It's not unbelievable. It's
It's
heartbreaking.
just silly. I don't know how it's possible.
I think this is like almost identical to the situation where someone thinks Link's name is Zelda.
Yes.
I love.
I don't think
love
it's
when
that
that
bad.
happens.
Really.
I think
really
that's
don't think
less
it's that
bad
bad.
because I think I thought that when I was like,
I
7,
don't know. I
and
would
then I
understand how
realized-
people would confuse Link and Zelda because
That's
of
kind
the
of
fact that
understandable.
the series is called Legend of Zelda.
and you
And
always
if
play
you
as Link.
never ever like played any video game or watch any video game, yeah, you're gonna think that the guy's name is Zelda.
But yeah,
No,
both
but
of those
like-
are totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Cortana thing and the Zelda thing.
I think the
If you've never
Cortana
heard
thing
of
is
it,
less
Understandable
understandable.
until like 2010 when Smosh did a rap on it, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the internet's seen that.
About Zelda?
But old people
Smosh.
don't watch
Getting the
internet.
info out there since 2000.
I think if
Yeah.
you're old,
Yo, my name
there's
is
an
Link,
issue.
way more well known than Will Wayne. Yo, you thought my name was Zelda?
That's a motherfucking
fucking
girl's name.
Yeah,
Okay, but anyways, like,
that's
I remember that.
I just want to state the
burned
fact
into my brain forever.
that makes me think Cortana is so much cooler. Like, as an
Well,
assistant,
you
I'm
never-
considering
Damn right.
turning Cortana back on
Yo,
because now she's a badass, like, AI.
Is she gone from Windows 10?
No.
Or is she still in?
She's still in Windows
She
10.
never
Everybody
works
turns it
for
off.
me.
no,
It's a
I really
shitty
want you
AI.
to play Halo because it really gives you a sense of how badass it is to have Cortana as your sidekick.
Halo 1 to 3
Oh my god.
were supposedly really good. I've never played them,
They
but I've
were
heard they were really
I
good.
played Halo.
Oh my god.
It's the
Three.
only good Microsoft games.
Look, I'm sort of
Yeah.
over that, like, first-person
Minecraft.
shooter phase.
That's not Minecraft.
It
That's
is now.
I'm
Majojo.
sick of them too.
Oh, did they get
quit
bought
too
out by
many ideas.
Majojo? Or did Majojo buy them?
Microsoft bought Minecraft, so Minecraft's a Microsoft game, and therefore It's the best Microsoft thing. Just gonna
I
put
mean,
that out
yeah,
there.
it's the only one that's still like gets a
Successful.
lot of money. Yeah.
As
Minecraft
much
is
as I like
probably
Halo,
the
I
best
agree with
Microsoft
that.
game.
Well, I gotta say, Minecraft is probably one of the best games ever made.
Hasn't it been awarded the best game of multiple years?
Yeah. No, it deserves that too. It was
Yeah.
groundbreaking in a lot of different ways. And it's still really good. And like people growing up right now, kids growing up,
I feel
they
like
can pick up Minecraft
the
and play it.
Developers though should kind of just like move away from adding in a whole bunch of monsters because you can already do that with mods. I want to develop Minecraft lore. You know
Ooh.
what? Why are there temples? Who put the temples? What? Where
But that's
are
supposed to
they
be the
from?
open-endedness of the game.
Yeah, but
Minecraft
like,
story
if they're
mode.
gonna-
I don't think that Minecraft stories
Minecraft
should
story
be
mode
in-depth.
didn't address any of that.
It addressed some things.
It didn't
but not-
address who made any of the jungle temples.
That's true.
Minecraft story mode did its own thing altogether.
Do you think it's?
I think it's a bad idea
But
to
like,
ever
who
make
put
an
the sea
official story.
temples?
I
Who
think
did all of that? I want to know Minecraft lore.
Right.
At
but-
least release like a lore book so that you can play the game and not actually
Dude, they would
have.
make so much money off that.
Yeah,
They
like-
release like a good high quality product that's like a lore book.
like
People
why
can-
is there a mansion? Who does the mansion belong to? Like all of this, I want to know.
why do zombies spawn at night?
Because like all of the monsters and shit, people can easily mod that to the game. You can add in so many different creatures that aren't in the game. People have made Pokemon in Minecraft, right? Like
Pixelmon's
you can do
dope.
it.
But I think the whole idea is villagers are like the humans of the Minecraft world, right?
Yeah, but I still want to know about the ancient civilizations. You know,
Yeah, but-
I want to know this shit. I want to
think-
know Minecraft lore.
But I think
Give
that
me Minecraft lore,
ruins. But I think that ruins the idea.
whatever their name is. Majj.
There's actually a game by Hypixel being developed right now called Hyrule, and it's
It's not
supposed
called
to.
Hyrule.
No, not Hyrule. It's Hytale.
Hytale.
Hytale. Yeah.
Developed
Hyrule
by
is-
Hyrule is Zelda's.
Not Hyrule. Sorry, I might have had a little bit too much red wine. So
You chug like.
Whoa, are you
two-thirds
like
of
a
the bottle.
suburban mother of 4?
you know, I
Karen?
drink that much.
Is that
okay.
you?
She prefers
Yeah, it is
Quran.
me.
Come on.
Okay, it's called Hytale, and it's being developed by Hypixel, and it looks really amazing. And they're gonna have lore in their world, and it's gonna be this.
Yeah, but I want Minecraft
Fancy
lore.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Well, no,
yeah,
but
that's
like,
like 2/3 of the
I
bottle,
don't think
man.
Minecraft should have a story.
I don't think
At
it should
all.
have a story.
No,
I just
or
want a
lore.
lore.
Or lore.
Why not?
Because Minecraft's lore should be determined by the person playing Minecraft.
I'm so worried.
Minecraft is about like creating and like making stuff and like just surviving
But
and
I
not
don't
really
think
knowing what the fuck's
having-
going on.
I think
And then you learn.
you can make your own lore in Minecraft. Like you can come up with your own.
Yeah, but
reasoning,
like having
original-
a book filled with the lore, you can completely ignore them and still experience Minecraft as you want to. But I feel like I want to know where they came from, what they are, what those civilizations did.
You have a good point.
You know, like you don't lose anything from having books that you don't need to buy and read. But
And I
I
feel
want to buy them
it'd
and
be
I want to
cool
read
if-
them because I want to know.
You should write Minecraft fanfic.
I'm not gonna write
Phil,
Minecraft
no.
fanfic. All that's gonna happen is Hero Brian's gonna come in and he's gonna sleep with Steve.
Why is
Where's the excitement in
Why
that?
is Herobrine sleeping
No,
with
there's
Steve?
a female in
Alex.
Minecraft.
Yeah, but I don't care about her. I want some Steve on Hero Brian action.
No, but filling in those blanks
I want
completely
some
changes everything. for
Hero
everyone.
Brian
You can't
on
just say
Alex BDSM.
Well, that's the thing though. You don't need to read it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you,
Like, you can
it doesn't.
play
If
the
it
game without-
exists,
You want pickaxes.
But if
involved.
Guys, we're returning to Rule 34 here. Does Minecraft Steve and Hero Brian porn exist on the internet?
let's not get into that. There's obviously that, but I don't want to know.
But like, I don't understand how having a book that you're never gonna read.
Oh, you're talking about book.
Yeah, no,
understand.
not in the
No,
game.
but it would
no,
be-
I
but-
want a book.
But it
where
would
they
become
release-
canon,
Okay,
and then you
Who
would.
cares? You don't have to play it with that.
Okay, I'm a little torn, but if it's a completely different work, then I can sort of detach myself and just say no.
Yeah, just attach it yourself. It doesn't matter if it's canon. At the end of the day, every single piece of art is purely based on how you interpret it.
We should have an ending quote that's like real wholesome, and we leave our guests with like this happy, warm feeling.
Oh,
It's
that's
got to
actually
be
a
an
good idea.
internet rule.
They're our audience. They're not our guests.
Sorry, so we should leave our
This has
audience
been
with a
fourth
warm,
rate.
happy
Hope you have an above average day.
have a
We are 4th rate, but you have a 1st rate day.
Damn right.
no. I
That's
hate
so
that.
corny.
I actually
I know.
hate
That's
that.
so corny.
Okay, well, anyway, we should probably cut it short.
All right, 4th rate signing out.
Oh god.
No, we're not gonna do that. That's not the end.
No. We're done
Okay,
now.
bye, guys.
Go
See
do
you.
something else.
Hope you guys are okay. Stay happy.
It's a little too wholesome.
I feel like
Well,
that's.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I
I'll
don't
see
know.
you guys next week.
Pacifica.